listen
Let's
through
watch
our
this.
phones and laptop cameras.
Yes.
Yes. I hate to
Yes. I seen, what movie did I see? I forget what movie I seen, but it was like a military movie, and it was a dude. He was going through the cameras, and he went on the cameras of a woman, and then he seen her, and then she was getting undressed, and he was stroking his Johnson to her. Facts, true story too. I forget. I think it was what's the shit with the dude where he exposed shit, and then he was on the run. I forget his name, bro, but he got like books and everything. I forget his name though.
say it. They can take over your smart television.
Ooh.
And turn the speaker into a microphone.
Ooh.
So that they can listen to what's being said in the room even when the TV is turned off.
Yeah, I knew that though. I already knew that.
Hello, I'm
be
John
freaky.
Kiriakou. I'm a former CIA counterterrorism officer and former senior investigator for the U.S. Senate Committee on Foreign Relations. And
Hold on, would they kill him for this though? Like he giving away, cause he about to be giving away mad sauce that they be using. So would he like execute them if he say too much?
I'm here today to answer questions
He probably
from the
not even
Honesty
still
Box.
alive. How much money do they make too?
The first one is, what did the CIA actually do? There are several answers to that question.
Several. You know,
What
I
the
know a little
CIA
bit.
is supposed to do, what it is legally
Terrorist.
tasked with doing, is very simply to recruit spies, to steal secrets, and then to analyze those secrets, to give the president and other senior policymakers the best information with which they can make policy. Now, in real life, it's not that simple.
Yeah, y'all niggas not
The
James
CIA
Bond.
does
Feel me?
whatever
Y'all
the
not swag
president
like that.
tells it to do. That could be to overthrow foreign governments. It could be to implement covert action programs, to influence the foreign media, to even kill people.
Yeah,
It just
like a
depends on
hitman.
who the president is and what policy he wants to implement. What skills make a good agent? You might be surprised
Being able to lie. I feel like that's probably the best one.
by
Yeah,
the
they will
answer,
fucking lie.
actually. The CIA, when it recruits spies, when it recruits operations officers, doesn't necessarily look for the big buff guy who
Look for the
works
average
out,
Joe.
every day or 6 days a week. They look for people who have sociopathic tendencies, not sociopaths. Sociopaths are impossible to control because they have no conscience. They blow right through a polygraph exam, but they won't take orders. People who have sociopathic tendencies do react to a polygraph. They do experience regret or remorse. They will respond to directives and orders.
Oh no.
I'll give you an example. When I first was recruited by the CIA, I was asked in a group of new hires what we would do if we got a cable from CIA headquarters ordering us to collect information on the Indonesian economy. You recruit the Indonesian economic secretary, you make him your best friend, you spend money on him, your wives become friends, you vacation together, but you learn that he is just not recruitable. So what do? Well, one of my colleagues said, you double down, work the case another 6 months, and hope for the best. A second colleague said, maybe you work it through your wives, maybe your wife can convince his wife to give you the information.
Or maybe you take out your 9mm. No, first off, you invite them over for drinks. Wife gone, kids gone, night. Invite them over for drinks. What's good, bro? Hell yeah. So like, I need some shit. He don't want to give you that shit. Then you plop the 9mm with a suppressor. Plop that bitch on the table. Then you ask him again. He don't do it. You ask him again. He don't do it. You shoot him in his fucking hand. He don't do it. You shoot him in his other hand. He don't do it. You shoot him in his fucking kneecaps. You keep shooting him until he tells you.
I raised my hand and I said, you break into the Indonesian embassy and you steal it.
You not like that,
And the
son.
instructor said, that's
He's
exactly
not like
what
that.
you
He's
do.
not like that. He's not like that. I don't even know why he's not like that, bro. He's not a brick. All right, bet.
That's a sociopathic tendency. What's the coolest piece of spy tech you ever got to use?
UAV.
There's kind of a dirty little secret about spy tech.
UAV.
And it is that 95% of it
Ass.
is purchased from Amazon.com. Seriously. Because it is cheaper and it is quicker just to go online and buy it and then use it operationally than it is to invent it.
Hold on. So what the fuck are y'all niggas using to be? So how does that even work though? Like a nigga, like he think he about to get a regular delivery day, and they tell him, "Yo, bro, you got to go to I don't know, a CIA building, bitch. You got to go to this building, CIA." You pull up, it's mad niggas in suits with pistols and shit. Huh? Like, do they get that shit in bulk too? What are you even ordering? Like, do you like y'all ordering night vision goggles, all that? Like, whose account is it on? I'm just asking these questions because, like, yo, if they hack into y'all account, they can see what y'all ordering, and they gonna know what y'all about to do, bro. Like, y'all gotta think about that. You giving away mad good sauce. For real.
From scratch.
That
The
ass.
coolest piece of spy tech that I ever used was it was a leather briefcase. I just went into the local marketplace in Pakistan and bought it. I think it cost the equivalent of like $10.
Yeah, I gotta see his credentials, bro.
Over the course of 3 days, one of our technical officers pulled the threads out of it, installed a wire all the way around the briefcase, which
so
could
you
act
snitching.
as a listening device, and then packed the area around the wire with these little teeny tiny batteries that I had never seen before. And then he sewed the whole thing closed again. So I walked into a meeting with my little briefcase. The bad guy took the briefcase from me, opened it up, looked through it. It didn't have anything in it because it was all sewn into the lining. And we sat there and had the meeting while my
See though, he dead just gave away sauce. He gave away sauce. Now, if an Indonesian nigga see this, he go know the next time an American walk in with a briefcase, nigga, check the lining. He giving away sauce, bro. Is what I'm talking
colleagues
about.
half a mile away were able to listen to the entire thing. It was very cool. Does the CIA listen through our phones and laptop cameras?
Yeah, they do,
yes.
boy.
I hate to say it.
They probably
There
watching
was a
right now.
dramatic leak in 2017 that the CIA came to call the Vault 7 disclosures. Gigabytes worth of documents leaked
That ain't
by
that much. That ain't that
a
much.
CIA
I would think he would have said terabytes. It
technology
would have been a little
engineer.
different.
What he told
What's wrong
us
with my cam, bro?
was that the CIA can intercept anything
My shit so
from
laggy.
anyone, number one.
Ooh,
Number
I think I
two,
fixed it.
they can remotely take control of your car
Bit chill. Bit chill. Chill.
through the car's embedded computer. To do what? To make you drive off a bridge, into a tree, to make you kill yourself and make it look like an accident.
Hold on, bitch. See, now my camera lagging. Are they about to hit my shit? Hold on. Yo, CIA, I'm sorry for watching the vid, bro. Please don't kill me. What is my camera doing? Hold on. They EMPing my shit. CIA. Yo, my cam is literally not working now. What the fuck just happened? Bro. What just happened? Why is my camera not working now? What the fuck? Okay. So, if they could do all of this shit, right? How come this whole shit I don't be understanding? Like, okay. So you telling me that they could make a death look like a suicide? Wait. Holy shit. Bro, my camera. Yo, I'm telling you, yo, they're dead watching me right now. They're literally watching me right now. Why the fuck is my camera geeking out? What is it geeking out for? I'm not even doing nothing. Yo, CIA, Barack Obama, please, come on. But this is actually crazy. I didn't know they could do all this. I know Elon Musk could probably make you drive off a bridge because that shit fully electrical. They could lock your ass in there and gas it up. Yo, oh my gosh. Yo, what the fuck is wrong with my camera? Are they really watching me right now? That is wild, though. So who do they do that to? Like terrorists and shit? Like a terrorist take a car? They can't do that with no plane? Like, they could... nah, never mind.
They can take over your smart television and turn the speaker into a microphone
But
so
they
that
can-
they can
can they
listen
give
to
me,
what's
like,
being said in the
free
room,
Netflix?
even when the TV
Bro,
is
look
turned
at my
off.
camera.
God knows what else that they can do that hasn't been leaked.
Oh, he knows some shit. Of course he knows some shit, but he not gonna leak it. I mean, I guess.
Are hitmen real?
Yes. What the fuck?
At the National Security Council, there is a committee that meets every Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock to draw up something called the kill list. They sit around a table and they make a list of all the people that they want to kill that
Some
week.
niggas gotta go.
And then they take it back to the CIA, which has a
Bro, look at
dedicated
my
unit. I
camera.
won't tell you the name.
My shit ain't
but it has
freeze
a
all
dedicated
day.
unit.
Yo, my shit ain't freeze all day until I started watching this vid. CIA man, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
That takes receipt of the list. They say, okay,
Some niggas gotta go.
number
though.
one,
Shit, fuck it.
they drive to the airport,
hungry
they get
too.
on the plane, they go out to that country, they kill the person, they come back, and then they go to number 2 on the list.
It ain't
That
like
happens
that.
every single week. Now, we can have a conversation about whether that's right or whether it's wrong. It's certainly immoral. It's illegal, but it's been tasked by the president. At the same time,
Oh, it ain't
they
illegal
will tell
then.
you there hasn't been another 9/11, has there? Maybe it's because we're out there killing people.
What kind of people would be on that list?
Who do you think? Yo, lady, don't piss me off. Who do you think they got on it? The local fucking, come on, bro. It's the most dangerous. Come on, like he literally said, it's the most dangerous people in the world.
The most dangerous terrorists in the world.
Like, who the fuck you think
Or at
on
least
there?
people that the
Obviously,
CIA
Donald
deems
Trump
to
ain't
be
on
the
there.
most dangerous terrorists in the world. How does the CIA
be a
recruit
young boy.
spies in foreign countries? That cuts right to
Oh.
the very heart of what the CIA is. The CIA trains its officers in something called the asset acquisition cycle. It has 4 steps: spot, assess, develop, recruit.
I always
So
thought
let's
about that
say
too.
you're a brand new CIA officer overseas. You get out there and mingle and go to diplomatic cocktail parties or go anywhere where there might be a viable target for you. You spot the target, you go up. Hi, how are you? I'm the new officer at the American Embassy. I'm covering political affairs or economic affairs or trade or whatever it is you're doing. You exchange business cards. That's spotting. Assessing is I say, so what do you do for a living? If you tell me that you do something that I'm operationally interested in, that's my assessment of you. Then I develop you. That's actually the fun part. That is us going to lunch and going to dinner, and I spend money on you because I have literally an unlimited budget to do so. And maybe we go on vacation together, and our wives are friends, and you mention offhandedly that you like to go fishing, let's say, so I charter a boat for $4,000 and I take you deep sea fishing because you could never afford to do it on your own.
Damn, boy, why you
And
just
then we
flex on
become
them like
best friends. And because we're best friends, I say to you, hey, would you do me a favor? I'm sorry to ask, but the Russians have this new tank, and I know that you guys have access to the plans, and I would really appreciate it if you could just make me a copy of those plans. I know that sounds kind of funny, but it would help me a lot. So, hey, thanks, I appreciate it. I'll pick them up tonight. And then maybe I start giving you a little bit of money. And then finally, when it comes...
I'm about to say, cause what the fuck? What, man? I might fuck around and elbow drop your shit. What are you talking about? No. You owe me a little bit of money. Yeah, you can bribe me, Tony. You my boy. Fuck it. You spent 4 bands on me too to take me DC fishing. Yeah.
To the recruitment,
Yeah, you
I
get whatever
say,
you like.
I haven't been totally honest with you. I'm actually a CIA officer undercover. Are you okay with that?
Really?
You're a great guy, and you're my best friend.
Really?
And how about if I give you $5,000 a month, and you just answer my questions, right? That's cool, right?
Hell
and
yeah.
you undoubtedly will say yes, and the rest is history.
Yeah, 5 bands a month. Yeah.
Got to be a good actor to do that. Pull that off. Yeah.
And a sociopath.
Hold on, bitch. Hold on. Cause he keep bringing up the sociopathic shit. Every time he bring it up, I see the light in his eyes.
And a sociopath. Do you ever fear for your life?
Duh.
Not now, but Over the course of my career, I did several times, and I'll give you one
Duh,
example.
I think you
there
would
were
on your,
two
like,
active
yeah.
assassination attempts against me.
Oh,
In one, I just got lucky, and unfortunately, my next-door neighbor was killed instead. He was the British defense attaché in Athens, Brigadier General Stephen Saunders.
damn.
I think
long
about
live
it
bro.
every single day.
Hold on, long live bro real quick. That's fucked up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Your man's got his ass. Not my fault. I don't even. But your man's died. But you know, it come with the life. Feel me? You know, certain things, you know, you gotta accept. You know what I'm saying? He knew what he was walking into. He knew what he was doing when he was doing it. You feel me? He knew the cost. Long live your mans. Long live, bro. Facts.
In another, an enemy country sent one of its officers and a double agent to kill me, but we had advance warning that it was going to happen, and we were able to, well, we were able to neutralize the threat, as they say in the movies.
Nigga, you ain't kill him.
But there was another experience that I had that troubled me deeply. I was
How many
serving
bodies you
in
got?
Pakistan at the time, and I was staying in a small guest house because it was safer than a big hotel. Sure enough, the big hotel was blown up and 45 people were killed while I was living there. But I left my guest house at a different time,
Okay,
like I
crazy
did every
fact.
day,
Like,
and took a different route, like I did every day, to go to work. And I noticed that a man on a motorcycle wearing a red helmet was trying
Well, he was fucking ass. What are you talking about? Yo, why are you following? Why are you trying to kill a nigga with a red helmet on? Bro, that's mad noticeable. I'm going to notice you with the red helmet on. You're going to catch my attention.
very hard to stay in my blind spot.
I mean, he really
worked
can with a
12,
fucking red
14
helmet
hours,
on,
whatever
bro.
it was that day, and I left, and it was dark, and sure enough, there he was again. There's a definition of surveillance. It's multiple sightings at time and distance. So I've seen him multiple times at different times of the day and at different places. I'm definitely under surveillance. I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning, got in the car, drove a block, there he was again. So when I got
You
to
gotta
the,
be careful getting in your car. I seen that. They can blow your car up. I don't know how they do it, but as soon as you turn the engine on, that bitch blow up.
to the office, I
I don't
said
know
to
how
the
you check
security
that
officer,
either, though.
I am
Then you gotta
under
check like under the
surveillance.
car or some
I'm
shit.
100% sure that I'm under surveillance. He said, well, let's wait until the chief comes in. When the chief finally came in, I told him the story, and he said, well, you know what you have to do. I said, I know. I'm gonna kill him if I see him this afternoon.
Bro, he not like
I was
that,
worried about
bro.
it all day. And
Fuck
all
outta
my
here,
coworkers
dude.
came up to
I'm
me that
hating.
day to slap me on the back and say, don't worry, we're all going to be out there.
Nah,
we're going to have
bro.
a whole
He ain't
security
like that, bro.
team.
He ain't got
I
that
said,
in
I
his
know, but I
heart,
never
bro.
killed anybody before. And I'm so worried that he's going to kill me before I get a clear shot at him. That afternoon, I had a meeting at a safe house that we shared with the local service. And on my way out at the end of the meeting, and I don't know why I did this, but I turned around and I said, General, are you following me? And he said, no, why? And I said, because I'm under surveillance, and if I see this guy again, I'm gonna kill him. And I never saw him again. I learned later that several of their officers were sitting around and saying, you know, that new American guy, he's such a nice guy. Nobody's that nice. I wonder if he's being nice just to try to make us drop our guard. And they decided to put the worst surveillance officer in their entire intelligence service on me. And if I hadn't said something that afternoon, he would be in the ground today. Does Trump have...
So you saying you saved bro life. Ain't gonna lie, if I was him and I seen this, I would dead try to kill you. I'm so serious, I swear to God. Yo, if I seen this video years later and you telling me that you would have killed me back then, bitch, I would have tried to kill your ass today, right now. I'm going to find you and I'm going to murder you, boy. What are you talking about? Why are you talking so crazy? Why are you talking so crazy on the net? Like, I really would have got him out of here, bro.
The UK and Europe's back? No. He doesn't.
Like, what,
when
bro?
we hear
Mad,
from
like,
journalists
what, bro?
or
Pop that
political
nigga, bro.
figures
Pop this
that
out.
Donald
Nigga say
Trump
villain
doesn't
saga,
like the
nigga.
Europeans, he doesn't like NATO, he
ain't
doesn't
no
like the
true
European
warrior.
Union, we should
die.
take the man at his word. I don't think he does have Europe's back, or even the UK's back. When he says America first, he means America first, whatever that means. He has an idea in his own mind, but I don't think he cares one whit about Europe. Which film or TV series portrays spy work the most accurately? Great question.
That is a great
I will
question.
tell you that at the CIA, we watch every single spy movie and spy series. All of us do. I'm proud to say that I have been the script advisor on The Bourne Ultimatum, on Kill the Messenger, on True Lies, and on Burn Notice. We love this kind of thing. Most of them have nothing whatsoever to do with the reality of the CIA, except a couple. In terms of TV, Homeland. Wow.
Homeland. Homelander? Fuck. Who that? This? Homeland. Oh. Okay, Homeland.
They got it right. The only thing that they got wrong was if you go crazy, they send you to the hospital until you're not crazy anymore. In movies, there was a movie that came out in 2004 called The Recruit.
I think I heard
The first half of the movie, where the lead character is going through training, 100% accurate, except for one minor difference. They didn't beat us in training. Everything else that he went through, whew, we went through it in spades. Most other movies,
Al Pacino in that hoe?
stinkers. And listen, just as a general rule, if somebody calls the CIA the company, turn it off. Is social media the biggest intelligence gathering tool today?
Yes.
It is absolutely one of them, yes. You know, I was always amazed when I was at the CIA at how targets, legitimate intelligence targets, would literally put their entire lives on LinkedIn and Facebook.
I mean, they gotta get a job.
You don't even have to do any research. They lay it all out right there on the screen for you. So the answer is yes. If you value your privacy, if you don't want to pop up on the radar, you have to stay away from social media. What was 9/11's impact on the world? You know, I was in the CIA's headquarters on the morning of 9/11.
Damn,
we knew we were at war. And one of the first thoughts that I had that morning was, does Osama bin Laden have any idea what he's done? Does he have any idea how many people are going to die? We all knew what the American response was going to be. It was going to be merciless. The question is, what was 9/11's impact on the world? It was dramatic and lasting. We're almost 24 years after the 9/11 attacks, and we still can't go through airports with our shoes on. Untold trillions of dollars have been spent on counterterrorism and defense, and that is probably never going to change. Why are there so many wars in 2025? Well, do you want my real answer or do you want my diplomatic answer? My real answer is the U.S. has a defense budget that is bigger than the next 8 largest countries combined. After 9/11, the U.S. entered into something like a permanent wartime economy, where if we didn't have a war to fight and to finance, we would actually go into recession. Now, we see ourselves as the world's peacekeepers. In many cases, we're not.
The only man who can save the world from all of this war is no other than Canute. This is the only man who can make the real step into changing this world. The one true king, my boy Canute the Great. He's the only nigga who could really make a difference. We have to get Trump out of here so Canute can become the president of the world. Fuck the United States. He got to become the president of the fucking world, and he's going to bring peace. He said, and I quote, "When God calls me to heaven, I will tell him that we don't need it because I have brought peace. I have brought peace here on earth." No man has ever said that besides my boy.
We tend to be places where we're not wanted or welcome, and we end up forgetting to leave. There's an old joke inside the CIA about Iran. Like, why would Iran put its country right in the middle of all of our military bases?
I don't know.
There you have it. Why are there so many wars? It's because the U.S. has an activist foreign policy, and sometimes we make friends on the wrong side of issues. Can the CIA make someone disappear without a trace? You bet they
Yeah.
can, and they do.
They can't do it to
all
me,
the
though.
time. In the immediate aftermath
Make
of
me
the
just go down
9/11
on it.
attacks, the CIA
Pull up.
created, for example, an archipelago of secret prisons.
Who? Archipelago. Hold on, boy. You mad intelligent. Hold on. Archipelago. What that mean? A group, chain, or cluster of islands. Oh, bro, you could have just said a group of islands, bitch. You talking about an archipelago? Okay, so it's a group of islands, group, chain, or cluster of islands scattered in oceans, seas, or lakes, often formed by volcanic activity, tectonic movements, or erosion. Typically found near continental coasts such as Canadian Arctic archipelago or the Malay archipelago, which is the facts.
And they would just disappear
Facts.
people. We would capture people
Fuck that.
in Al-Qaeda safe houses, for example, let's say in Pakistan or Afghanistan. And we would ship them off to these secret prisons. And when I say secret prisons, I mean in many cases they were so secret that even the presidents and prime ministers of the countries where the prisons were based didn't know that there were secret CIA prisons in their countries. So the CIA can make people disappear in that respect.
I forgot about
can
that.
Kill people and just bury them.
I forgot about that. The CIA black box, bro. That shit's scary. I would never want to go. I would never want to go to the black box. I would never want. Oh, them bitches gone. Now I would never want to go to no black box though. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to go to no black box, bro. That shit. Nah, boy. Then that bitch got exposed though. That shit not that good if it got exposed. That bitch gone though. That shit probably not even gone. They lying, bro. That shit probably still there. Hell no.
Them,
I don't
in
go
some
no black
crazy
box.
foreign land and nobody would ever know. But if you're a CIA officer, or better yet, let's say you're a KGB officer and you want to defect, the CIA will give you a completely new identity, more money than you can ever count, and you and your family can live happily ever after, under the name John Smith, and nobody would be the wiser. How does the USA track terrorist threats? They use something called the terrorist matrix. It's also called all-source intelligence. Believe it or not, members of terrorist groups actually give press interviews in which they telegraph what they're going to do in their next attack. That's one way, the media. Electronic surveillance. It could be intercepting cell phones,
like
intercepting emails, intercepting encoded messages.
Barksdale.
Even intercepting messages from game platforms. We have satellites that track these things. We have spies providing what's called HUMINT, short for human intelligence. So you use literally every source at your dispense and put this matrix together to try to disrupt that next attack. Can you be a spy and have a moral compass? What a great question that is. I'm going to say yes because I had a moral compass. It cost me my freedom. It cost me my job. It cost me my family. But it was worth it. There are some things
your shit got slaughtered, bit, bro,
that you are tasked to do as a CIA counterintelligence officer that you just have to say no to. There are some things that are so immoral, so unethical, in many cases so illegal, that you just should not do it. What is the most controversial thing you've worked on or heard about? It has to be the torture program. I went to prison for 23 months for going public with the CIA's torture program. I went on ABC News in the United States in December of 2007, and I said three things. I said the CIA was torturing its prisoners. I said that torture was official U.S. government policy. And I said that the policy had been personally approved by the president himself. The FBI investigated me. They determined I had not committed a crime. Then Barack Obama became president. They secretly reopened the case against me. I was indicted and charged with 5 felonies, including 3 counts of espionage for giving this interview. Remember, espionage can be a death penalty charge. I had 3 of them. Well, I hadn't committed espionage, and finally they dropped those charges, but I ended up taking a plea to a lesser charge just to make this thing go away. I had 5 kids at home. I had gone bankrupt from the legal expenses, and I was facing 45 years in prison. They offered me 23 months, and I took the deal. But I would do it again today if I had to, because somebody had to stand up and say that this was wrong.
I don't know though. Nah. I mean, I don't want to go. Like I said, I don't want to go to no black box, bitch. I don't want to do that. But I'm saying though, like, shit, like you niggas capture, like, you capture like Osama bin Laden right hand man. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Like, he not saying nothing. It's like, okay, now let me take a couple fingers. Let me take a fingernail or 2 or 3 or 4. You know, let me hit that nigga with that waterboard shit. You feel me? Let me sleep deprive the nigga. Like, you know, let me hold him upside down and punch his stomach. I don't know. Like, I feel like in that case, I mean, it's not ethical, but like, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. Depending on how big the threat is, how big the threat the man is, I guess. I don't know. But I just know I don't want to go to no black box. I don't want to go to no black box. I don't want to go. I don't.
Shouldn't torture be legal if we are protecting American lives? Absolutely not.
That's what I'm
not
saying.
under any circumstances.
But it is.
Torture doesn't work. Torture is illegal internationally.
Oh shit.
It is immoral.
Nah, it's dead immoral.
You end up making a recruitment video essentially for your greatest enemy.
That shit is immoral.
For example,
but you
when
could save the world
it became apparent that the U.S. was torturing military prisoners at Abu Ghraib prison in Iraq, and video was leaked showing those prisoners in orange jumpsuits.
That sounds like the Punisher when they were recording bro getting tortured. Okay.
ISIS.
I don't even understand what's the point of recording that shit.
And made its kidnapping victims, who were mostly aid workers and American journalists, wear orange jumpsuits and then beheaded them on camera. They did that only because the U.S. was torturing its prisoners. So torture does not work. Torture is illegal. It is immoral. It is unethical, and no one should be in the business of doing it.
My fault.
What's the most dangerous country in the world right now?
America.
Also a good question. There are several.
No, not America.
And I've been to all of them. I never got to go to the nice
niggas be getting
places.
their
I went to
head blown off in the
72
street in some of
countries
them-
with the
in some of them
CIA, and
places.
almost all of them were just
shit really
awful.
I mean,
Some of the most dangerous places in the world
Yemen?
are Yemen, Somalia, Gaza, Afghanistan,
Yeah.
parts of Pakistan. You have to sleep with one eye open. You just never know
don't even sleep
how
at
bad
all.
things are going to get. And I'll give you an example. I went to Yemen 5 times, and every time I went, it was worse than the previous time. The 5th and final time that I went, we were only allowed to stay at one hotel. The hotel had a 30-foot high wall around it to protect it from bomb blasts. You couldn't stay in any of the other hotels by then. Well, the day after I arrived, a group of South Korean diplomats arrived. And on the drive from the airport
You
to
just
the
lucky,
hotel,
huh?
they were ambushed and they were all killed.
You just
6
lucky.
of them. A couple of days later, a group of South Korean intelligence officers arrived to investigate the murder of the 6 diplomats. And they were ambushed and they were murdered. And so the South Koreans just closed their embassy and went home. That's a pretty dangerous country. What do you make of U.S. foreign policy right now? A complete and utter disaster. I've never seen an administration that works so hard to offend and alienate our friends. Threatening to invade Canada? That's an act of war.
Yeah, I
Canada
fuck with them
is
Canadians.
not just a NATO country, but it's a Five Eyes country.
And they got
Five
Drake.
Eyes being the U.S., the U.K., Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, the closest alliance in the entire world.
And they made Drake.
And what, we're going to send an army to Canada and
Right.
overthrow them?
Go against Drake.
It doesn't
Like,
make any
come
sense.
on, bro.
Even
He
if you're
gonna fuck around,
joking,
not drop
why would you
Iceman.
even joke like that out loud? We don't coordinate with our European allies. We're threatening to invade Panama, to take the Panama Canal. We're
Like, for
threatening to
what?
invade and annex Greenland. It's craziness.
That's why we
So
gotta
I'm
go
not a
to
big
Vinland,
supporter
bro.
of
We gotta
US
go to
foreign
Vinland.
policy right now.
Fuck all this.
Does
shit.
China act?
We gotta go to Vinland where there's no war. No war. Gotta go to Vinland, bro. Gotta go to Vinland.
Actually pose a real risk to the West? I think no. And I'll tell you why.
I think no too.
China simply does not have a history of expansionism.
Right, bro. They be
If you
mad
put
regular.
aside Tibet, which the Chinese have always claimed to be a part of China, the Chinese have never invaded another country. They had a little border skirmish with the Vietnamese in the 1970s. They had a little border skirmish against India in the 1960s. But they don't invade countries. And they have only one military base outside of China. It's in Djibouti, and believe it or not, they share it with the United States. It's the US that sees China as the big threat, and Australia and the Philippines kind of see China as a threat. But the Chinese are perplexed as to why we so distrust them. Is there a threat from China to Taiwan? Of course there is. Taiwan is also seen by the Chinese as being a legitimate part of China, but there's no indication that the Chinese are preparing any offensive measures against Taiwan. I just don't see what the big threat is. Is the CIA or MI6 more elite? MI6 is an absolutely top.
Hold on, man. I never heard of that. That's some new shit. That's some new lore. New lore. MI6. I never heard of this. Oh, it's just the UK CIA? Ah.
Top tier, first rate service, but it's like comparing apples and oranges. At the CIA, we used to say how much we wished we could be like MI6, because MI6 is small and it's lean, and when they decide to do something, by God, they go out and do it. At the CIA, when we decide to do something, we have 6 layers of bureaucracy that we have to go through to finally get permission. And then the attorneys get involved, and then you have to send it to the president, and then he has to sign it or change it or reject it or do whatever it is he has to do. They don't have that kind of a problem at MI6. They just report directly to the prime minister, and they can get things done. The CIA has a budget that absolutely dwarfs the MI6 budget, and we have our own, high-level technology budget, satellites and spy planes and all kinds of crazy things. So they're both great services.
But they made James Bond, though.
But they're different.
So they got
at the
more
same
shit.
time.
They got more info.
Are sleeper agents real? Yes, they are.
Of course.
And the
You
country
crazy?
that is the best at using sleeper agents is Russia.
Of course, fucking
The United
Russians.
States doesn't have a program of sleeper agents, and I'm frankly unaware of any Western intelligence service that has sleeper agents or that uses sleeper agents. The Russians have an army of sleeper agents. In fact, just in the
Russia.
last 2 or 3 years, a group of Russian sleeper agents in Northern Virginia, including one in my neighborhood, were disrupted and arrested. So what a sleeper agent is somebody who is trained as an intelligence officer, who is then sent to the United States or the UK or Brazil or Paris or wherever, and told to just get a job, any job, and be a national of that country. And so you've got people who, in the case of what happened in Washington recently, one was an elementary school teacher, and one worked for an airline. Everybody thought they were Americans, and in fact, they're collecting classified information, mostly from U.S. defense contractors, and secretly transmitting it back to
But how the
Russian
fuck do they
intelligence.
get that, though? Like, how are you a teacher and you're getting that type of information, though? Like, what the fuck? How are you doing that?
In the evenings.
Are they hacking into
They were
files?
disrupted and expelled from the United States. Is chief of disguise a real job?
Yes.
You bet it is. They have the most fun in the world. On the day that I got hired, I was sitting with 2 other brand new officers, and I sat down. I said, "Hi, my name's John. It's nice to meet you both." They said, what are you going to do here at the agency? I said, I'm going to be an intelligence officer. I have degrees in Middle Eastern studies. What are you guys going to do? The woman said to me, oh, I just graduated from the Falls Church, Virginia Academy of Beauty. Academy of Beauty. She ended up becoming a master disguise maker. And the guy on my left was a cartoonist for his college newspaper. He drew a little cartoon that was very popular. He became a master forger. So it doesn't really matter what your background is. If you're good at it, there's a place for you at the CIA. And many of those...
I be playing games and shit. Like, what's up? Y'all want me? Or what? I play Call of Duty, Rainbow Six Siege, Apex Legends. Like, I play mad games with, like, gadgets and shit. Like, who want me? Who want me?
Places
who want me in the CIA? Who want
are
me?
working for the director of disguise.
Where I fit at.
What made you decide to blow the whistle? It's very brave.
Oh, I think that was the movie Whistleblower.
You know...
Wait.
At the CIA, we are trained to believe that everything in life is a shade of gray.
That's the movie. Oh my God,
and that is just simply not true. Some things are black and white. They're right or wrong. And the United States has laws that ban torture. We have the Federal Torture Act of 1946. We are not just signatories to the United Nations Convention.
It's Snowden. Edward Snowden. That's him. That's the dude. This the dude. Edward Snowden. This is, bro. I seen the movie Snowden. He is a whistleblower. Yeah, national security agent, intelligence contractor, whistleblower who leaked classified documents revealing the existence of global surveillance programs. Yeah, this is him right here, and he's still alive. I think he's in like Russia or some shit though. Yeah, look at that. Nigga nationality is American and Russian. Yeah, it was him, Edward Snowden.
Convention Against Torture. We wrote the United Nations Convention Against Torture. In 1946, the United States executed Japanese soldiers who waterboarded American POWs. In 1968, an American soldier waterboarded a North Vietnamese prisoner and was given 20 years at hard labor in a military prison after being convicted of torture.
Oh, hold on. That nigga ain't posted since 2020. Did they get him?
The law never changed.
You don't even know.
So how is it then that from 2002 to 2005, torture was somehow magically legal?
Ooh.
It wasn't legal. We were committing crimes against...
Nah, he be tweeting on Twitter. So how the fuck they don't know where he at if he tweet on Twitter?
Against humanity. And so it was something that I having known the details, I couldn't sleep at night. And I believed, and in retrospect, I was right, that the American people had a right to know what their government was doing in their name. And I'm proud to say that because of my revelations, the McCain-Feinstein Amendment was passed into law, and it formally and permanently banned torture.
Have you investigated any of us before this shoot? Funny you should say that. There was some light touch work.
Who the hell is this? Who's this lad? Never heard of the bloke. Yeah. That's